up, y'all? Shit, I just thought I'd pop in, doing my little morning chores. Fucking goat. Hold on, let me see if I can clean this. Alright. Hopefully they don't knock it over. What's up? But shit, man, I know it's been a minute since I've been in here. And, oh, shit. Shit, man, I've been busy, as you see. I've been fucking with the goats. We got the chickens. So we, got our shit to where we want it to be. I know this angle ain't really the best, but I just want to put it up somewhere, put the camera up somewhere. But shit, man, I'm just out here chilling, so y'all can kick it with me or whatever. So basically, I'm just cleaning up the hay. Like, these things waste hay like no fucking tomorrow. So I'm cleaning this shit up, and then I'm gonna compost that, I think a mask would have helped with this. You know what? What I should be doing is putting this inside of a wheelbarrow, not a trash can. So I shouldn't have to carry the shit. I'm tripping. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a wheelbarrow real quick. shit, when I'm done with this, I'm gonna give y'all a tour of the actual goat pen. I ain't finished it yet. Oops, I don't know what I've just pressed. Okay. Yo, Pulse, what up? I knew I was like, man, I can't see the goddamn comments. Yo, what up, man? I don't know if you're still on here though, but what up, man? Hope everything is going good with you. You know what I mean? So shit, man. Let y'all just walk with me while I take this over there. Yeah, man, lately I've just been focused on getting this homestead together, man. We got 4 goats. They over there eating the fucking pistachio tree. That's the male pistachio tree. You see they didn't clear at the bottom. And now they actually going to the real pistachio tree, the one that's producing pistachios. But we got the 4 goats. Hold on, let me see if I can get them off of that. I know they'll run as soon as I walk over. Jezebel, Flower, get in. Get up. Well, you can't eat up all the goddamn pistachios. So this shit is producing. But, hey, get in. Yeah, so anyway. So yeah, I just been focused on making sure everything here is running good and doing a lot of first time shit. Like I built this goat shed right here. And you know, I ain't no fucking Bob the Builder and shit. So I done made so many fucking mistakes on it. The number 1 mistake I made was not asking someone to help me. Like that was pretty dumb. I literally did probably about 95% of that myself, and I'm not finished with it, but I did like about 95% of that by myself. So one thing that I have been learning is don't be afraid to ask motherfuckers for help. Because like, yeah, if you build anything, you know, when you start off with a wrong measurement, that shit follows your ass all the way to the end. And that one measurement gets bigger and bigger. So, you know, it is what it is though. Like the whole point of this is to live and learn. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start a compost pile right here. Like we had some piles that need to be redone. Like this was a pile of sand at first. So we use that because we're gonna level out the pool. I think I just dumped that out. It came from the chicken coop. Got a compost bin there. This is finished compost, which needs to be re-upped. And then this is just some soil from the local nursery. And then this was some mulch. So, yeah, about to start a fucking compost pile now. Let me see who's in here. Boom, boom. Man, I cannot. Oh, there we go. I'm like, these comments are crazy. Yo, Mr. F, what up, what up, what up? The School of Crop, how you feeling? How you feeling? And you right, man, that's what I'm doing. Where do you weed? Where the weed at? I don't have anything growing right now. I mean, I got one plant that I just let go of. It's way over there. Man, well, you want to see what's died, though. All of these trees. It was too goddamn hot. These motherfuckers just shriveled the fuck up. They like nothing. That shit is crazy. But I figured out what the issue was. So when I got those from the nursery, they were all bunched together, right? And they had them out in full sun. I got their watering schedule. I even stayed until the irrigation came on to see how much water was coming out. And I did all that fucking work and all these shits died. But we had a party over here the other day And one of the homies was like, you know what? He was like, it was your roots were exposed. He was like, if you notice at the nursery, they're all clumped together. So they're providing shade for each other. He's like, so your roots probably just burned up in those black pots that they sowed them in. So it's a learning moment. So I like this thing. All you do is just dump that motherfucker out like that. All right, that's good enough. Yeah, so that's been the focus. All the chickens. Let me see. Can't see with the sun. Yo, Rob B, what up? It has been a minute. Yep, we got the homestead going, man. And before I go back into what I was about to say with the chickens, but as far as with the weed, because that question was asked, I still be growing. But what I did once we moved here was I wanted to focus on doing outdoor grow, And so I did an outdoor run before the summer came, because that would have burned my shit up. All my weed would have been decarbed outside. So I fucking I'll do it on this side. So yeah, I got a pretty good harvest out of it. I got like, what did I get out of that plant? It was an auto flower. I want to say it was like 350 grams or something, man. I got a pretty nice amount off of that one flower. I mean, auto flower, and for me, shit, that shit was dope. I loved it. So let me see, I'm gonna put this here. Hope the goats don't come in and knock this over. But yeah, for me, that was a pretty good harvest, you feel me? So I'm gonna put some more shit up there. I'm gonna put some more shit out probably next month, roughly. So I'm just waiting for the temperatures to come down, because we was at 115, 118. So I wanted to get away from that. And then last week, I fucking threw my back out super bad. So I got a back brace on under this. I fucked my shit up. I couldn't walk for like 3 days. But it was an eye opener to get my black ass back in the gym and get back to stretching. Stretching was never really like even a big part of my life, but I used to be so active, I would constantly stretch pretty much, you know what I mean? But now I don't be doing my activity is just different. I ain't gonna say it ain't there, it's just different. So I have to make sure that I'm taking care of myself to be able to be back here to do this shit, you know what I mean? But also, so you guys know, I've mostly been doing my content on TikTok. So if you look up CribStead on TikTok, you'll see me. I've been doing a lot of content over there. I haven't really been fucking with Instagram that much, and I hadn't been on here too much. But what I'm doing is I'm working on a series for my YouTube channel. And it's so basically, obviously the name of the channel now is CribStead, right? So kind of, what the fuck? It kind of goes along with MTV Cribs, right? But it's also Homestead. So what I want to do is I'm gonna just go around and start doing like tours of people's gardens, people's like farms and shit, their homesteads. Like, I've really gotten into this shit, and I feel like I could probably make some really good content for it. And where I live in Nevada, there's a lot of people that have farms and homesteads. You can't see it from here, but let's say across the street, they got horses over there. At the corner, they got horses. If you look 2 houses over here, that barn, they got shit. They got shit back there. Like, everybody got shit, you know what I mean? So it's really cool to be able to put this shit together. And but instead of doing it, we're looking at people's, mansions and all that bullshit that don't even help with sustainability or anything like that, right? Let's do it in something that's actually gonna help build and, make people be more self-sustainable. So that's what the goal is. And I've been talking to some people, and they're like, totally, man, come on over. So hopefully within like the next week or so, I can start filming the first episode for that. So yeah, that's the goal there. That's what I'm working on for this channel. And then I've been doing short form content over on TikTok. So if you just look up CribStead on TikTok, you'll see me. And the channel's been growing pretty good, man. I've been like putting work into it for like the last 2 months roughly, and it's a little bit over 1,000 right now. So I feel like if I just keep at it and whatnot, it'll go pretty good. But honestly, I'll keep it 100. You know, it was hard transitioning from doing the cannabis content and getting into doing like homesteading content. That shit was like really hard for me because the cannabis content was what I was used to. It was what I knew. I knew how to grow that. I knew how to put shit in search engines. I knew how to do all that stuff. I knew how to make it add up. And I was doing, I'm gonna take you guys over to the chicken coop. I was doing, doing videos and shit on TikTok, and it would be like 4 views. God damn, these things are agile. That's fucking insane. But I would do like, you know, 4 views and it just wouldn't get no attention at all. So I was feeling like I was wasting my time. So at one point I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on and just go 100% on this shit for a year and see how it works out. And since I started doing it, it's grown. And so to go from like 1 view, 2 views to getting videos that's in the 25,000s for me, you know, that's pretty good growth. So I'm gonna just keep with it, you know what I mean? And keep doing what I gotta do. Oh, sorry, I was looking like, what the fuck is this chicken doing? So yeah, man. So it was a hard transition though, because you know, it got to a point where for one, I had to pay for all of my grow equipment now. I mean, I didn't need to buy anything, but at first people was just sending me shit. So that was a huge difference. Whoa, whoa, girl, you better watch it. She tried to jump on that shit and bit it. She fell off like a motherfucker. But anyway, so that was all different of not having, you know, the views from that, and then not doing my lives every morning. That was like a huge adjustment for me because that was like somewhat of therapy for me, and I got a kick out of it. So it was bringing happiness. So then I was dealing with, you know, depression from that. But now the content that I'm doing, it's easier because my family can be in there, right? And before I couldn't put my family on there. And that was a huge issue for me because I'm a full-time parent, meaning that I homeschool my kids. I don't get a break of 8 to 10 hours from my kids daily. So it was hard to stay up with content, having kids doing content that you can't have children in. You know, that shit was like some bullshit for me. And it was putting in a lot of time and effort into something that I think I just grew out of it, to be honest with you. For me doing the cannabis content, it meant I had to stay in character of a pothead almost, you know what I'm saying? And that's just not what I wanted to do. And I'm not dissing anybody who does it. So this ain't like me talking shit low key to nobody. This is me talking about the direction for my personal life, right? And that's all I can ever speak from. And everybody's personal lives line up differently and they take different paths. And the path for me was I didn't want to have to stick to just talking about smoking weed all day. It's just not what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I made that change. As I say, it was a challenge. I'm not gonna front. It was a huge challenge for me. Sometimes it still is. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I did it. And I'm seeing the difference in the type of content that I can create. And when I first started doing my like homesteading type content, I was getting a lot of like, no wonder I felt pudgy. I had these fucking gloves. I was like, man, I just feel like the Santa Claus in this bitch. But anyway, when I first started doing the homesteading stuff, even on this channel, I'd put some stuff up about gardening. I did a video about thinning out, you know, my seedlings. And motherfuckers start trying to get on me for how I speak, for my language. Oh, must you curse, bro? Must you this? Must you that? Blah, blah, blah. And y'all know me. Must you fucking focus on that? Like, it ain't my fault that you focused on the words that I use to give you some information versus focusing on the information. So I stay who I am, even with the homesteading shit. And a lot of the homesteading content is like kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of religion thrown into it, a lot of politics thrown into it. And for me, it's just a motherfucker want to do this shit on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, just plain and simple. So I'm not changing who I am to create that content. I'm still the same old motherfucking me, but it's just in this content of my new hobby that I've gotten into. Like, I've really, really gotten into this homesteading shit, right? So over here, we're gonna have our garden, our like fall garden and all that shit. Like when we first moved here, we started the garden in October and that motherfucker did hella good, right? But now with the summer, everything died like a motherfucker, right? And it's just hard to do this shit out here. So all of our vegetables and shit we're doing indoor in the tower garden. So that makes it a whole lot easier. And then here's my terrorist training camp that I call a chicken run and chicken coop. So this is what I did. I just got pallets and shit and I stacked them pallets and then put the chickens in. And then we put a cover over the top of it so that the chickens don't burn up during the summer. And we come out and we have some ready-made fried chicken. And then we did like some solar lights, you know what I'm saying? Kind of make that easy to be able to see when you come out. The chickens, there, I don't know if y'all can see through this. I'm not sure if it's focusing or not, but there's some laying in there. I'm sure if I was to go open the box right now, there's probably eggs inside the laying box. Let me see, make sure it's empty. I don't want to, they in there trying to lay right now. I don't want to scare them and open up the thing. But what we did was we bought this coop from Tractor Supply. And then what I did was built all of the pallets around it for them to have a run during the day. Let me get down to them. So we got 6 girls. So we're getting roughly like 5 eggs a day, dude. Like that shit is fucking dope. Yeah, we roughly get 5 a day. We usually have about like 2 inside of this little pirate ship they have in there, and then we usually have 3 inside the laying box. So we're getting a really good average, like a hell of a good average. And it was a lot of work and a lot of time put into this shit, because this was the first thing I built, man. So this really had me stressed out. I didn't think it was gonna work. And I mean, I fucked up on it in some areas. Like, I'm definitely not gonna front on that shit. Let me see. So right here, the door, like if you just look from here, you can see the door slants off that way. So I didn't get that shit straight. So that shit kind of sucked. But I split the door in half and then boom. So I don't want to go in right now, because I don't want the goats to try to come in. So I'm gonna stick the phone in, because if I just open it, they'll try to fly out. And I ain't chasing chickens around. So over there, those white things, that's their bath. That door on the coop right there is an automatic door, so it opens at 5 a.m. and closes at 9 p.m. And then they got their little play thing over there. So I gotta make some perch bars, but yeah, shit is going pretty good. I'm enjoying the shit. That's what I say, man. We putting in some work. And then right here, this is gonna be like the recreational area. So obviously place that trampoline. And then right here, we're moving sand to level this out so we can put a pool up. So that's the gig there. And then this grapevine was already here. Some little baby grapes starting to grow on that bitch. So, like I say, man, we putting in the time and work. There go the fucking dogs. That dog right there is a goddamn terrorist. Kel is trained pretty well. Sit. Sit. It's not sit, bitch. Motherfucker say he trained pretty well. He don't do shit I say. Oh, God. I know. Yeah, so that's what we got going on, man. That's the deal here. Let me look at the comments, because I haven't looked there in a minute. Yo, what up, Bliss? What up? Yeah, Mr. Fuck, you right. People right now, they looking for just different ways to get out the system. You know what I'm saying? JR's put them all live at once. And you could get higher commenters. It's pretty good. You know what? Dirty, thank you for telling me that. I haven't actually looked at StreamYard's features since I stopped going live, to keep it 100. So I appreciate you giving me that tip of basically streaming it to all at one time. I appreciate you, man. Seriously. Why, thank you, Bliss. Thank you. Rob B says, somebody called about my extended warranty. Valley, let me see. Oops. Looks like 11. Yeah, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. 9. Nice. You got a K9 too? Nice, nice. Yeah, man. It's the dogs, they've been good. Shit froze. Okay, I think it's gonna undo. It looks like the time started moving. It's just the actual camera itself is frozen. God damn it. Shit, I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't even know if it's frozen on y'all's end. Audio is okay. It's dark. Still hear you. Okay, yeah. See, yeah. I'm like, that's weird. That's weird. I don't know what to do with this. Okay, so you can hear everything. You just can't see shit. Let's see. Nope, not that. Not that. Yeah. Yeah. No, that just put filters on for some reason. Okay, that didn't work. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Well, shit, man. I guess I'm gonna be done streaming for now. But shit, seriously though, guys, I'm gonna be back on here a whole lot more. As you see what I've been busy with. So shit, I'm gonna make this shit. I'm gonna make this shit happen, and get back on here a whole lot more, like a whole lot more. But yeah, I've been with the dogs. The dogs, I know y'all can't see me, but you can hear me. I just wanted to say with the dogs, they are trained. At least the German Shepherd, my son has been putting in a lot of work. So that's more so the reason I want to say it, because one thing that this homesteading thing has done, it's allowed for my son to kind of get over a lot of his fears, because he used to be afraid of dogs and he used to just hate animals because he had allergies and all this shit. Now this motherfucker trains this dog every fucking day, like every fucking day, except for Saturdays and Sundays. And he comes out and trains the dog. He can have the dog stay, and that motherfucker can walk about 10, 15 yards away, and the dog just sits there and watches him until he says break, and then fucking Kill takes off running to him. So he's been doing like really good. So honestly, he's been spending more time with the dogs than I have, and he's doing way better with these dogs than I do. So yeah, I just want to throw that shit out there. But shit, man, yeah, they do kind of short of attention span. They be like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But shit, man, I'm gonna holla at y'all. I appreciate y'all popping in with me today and hanging out and shit. And I'll make sure that I jump back on this bitch a whole lot more, man. So shit, I'm out this bitch. Oh, wait. See, oh, they brought me back. They was like, wait, don't leave, don't leave. So fuck it, I'm not going no goddamn where. I'm gonna keep on doing what the fuck I was doing, and y'all can kick it with me while I do that. So yeah, fuck that. Glad I waited it out. Thank you, Bliss, for telling me to finish my thought, because it gave me some extra time and shit. It's dope. You walk, the herd follows. So what's funny is this one right here, Jezebel, you can like pet her, touch her, whatever. These three will not come near you, especially the one in the back, Flower. She like literally runs from you. She don't even like walking out the gate on the side of you. The dark one, Lala, she's coming around. She's getting a little closer. And the other one, the other white one, Lilith, she's kind of getting okay, but they still not like 100% there. So it's kind of funny dealing with them because they just won't come close. So get out of there. You see, I have all of the animals trained. They all listen to me so well. Let me see. Yeah, I can set it there. All right, get up. All right. So I'll say this has definitely been an experience learning all this stuff. Debbie, move. It's definitely been an experience learning all this, because I definitely did not know experience with dealing with goats and chickens and shit. Best experience I had with chicken was eating these motherfuckers. So that was totally different. But I've been getting the education, you know, me going on YouTube, Grip, and then going to the library, and I'll just like get books out of there, and if I like the book, I'll get it off of eBay. So it works out pretty good. But it has been, yeah. See, this one, she don't care. She'll let you, you know, like pet them and shit. But yeah, it's been a learning curve like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But we've been doing good. Like we got our 6 chickens when they was like a couple days old, and all 4 are still here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like super happy with that. And then we've had these goats since like June June 20 somebody or something like that. So we was only getting 3 at first. So got we went and picked up Flower. We actually drove over to Vegas and got her, and we brought her back. And then we went and got Jezebel, the one that's in the middle, the one that's in there right now. We went and got her, and she was only like 20 minutes away. So we got her, brought her back, and then we went and got the white one in the back, Lilith. And when we were there, she was only like 2 minutes away. So she was like right up the block. So when we got her, we had saw Lala there, and we had wanted Lala. And so my daughter named Flower, and she wanted to name one of the goats Lala, but we had already named the other 2. So then she was like, I told her, I was like, hey, go in there and ask mommy, say, hey, can we get a dark brown goat and name it Lala? And that's what she did. So we would have got that. It was like also, yeah, it was just fun time. So we wanted to go. So now we got 4 girls, and we're gonna breed them, maybe 1 or 2 of them when they're 18 months. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Let's see, Dirty. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I live out in this rural area, so it's dope. We're able to do this shit. I think I see Fuzzy up in here. Yep. What up, Fuzzy? How you feeling? How you feeling? I know, looking completely different, right? Okay, you know what? Honestly, okay, you said why name her Jezebel? Yeah, Lilith, right? The reason I named her Jezebel was because I've always thought Jezebel was a really, really cool name. I thought it was a pretty name, and people stray away from it because of people's associations, even not even really fully understanding the story of Jezebel, but just the misassociation. So I like the name Jezebel. We call her Jezzy. You know what I'm saying? And then Lilith, the same thing. I thought Lilith was a dope name, and call her Lily. So it's pretty cool, man. Uh, just be having fun, enjoying shit. Let me grab these gloves. So with the overalls, because I be out there every morning and shit, for no, not Father's Day. Was it Father's Day? It might have been Father's Day. Yeah, it was for Father's Day. My family, they got me the overalls, and then they also got me this dope ass hat with this fan on this motherfucker. And so that shit works like wonders for being out here, especially when it be 115 and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I jumped on the boots because I didn't have no good like gardening boots, and I needed something that I could like rinse off and shit, before I go in the house and shit. Because we haven't built a mud room yet. We gonna get to that at some point. Because honestly, we hadn't even started remodeling the inside of the house. We started doing all this shit outside. Only thing we did inside the house, I replaced the floor in our laundry room, and then we just remodeled the bathroom because we had a birthday party for my wife and my daughter this past weekend. And I was like, this bathroom gotta go. So we went on and remodeled that. But outside of that, we've been doing everything outside. Like all these gates and shit, I put all this shit up. And I had never put up gates in my life. And I had called somebody for an estimate. This motherfucker said like 7,500 or some shit, 8,000. I was like, shit, I ain't got it, dog. So I went and looked online, went and got me some T-posts like a motherfucker, and we fenced in. So I was like, fuck it. So I'm realizing a lot of this shit is just about making it happen. There's not really no rules to it, you know what I mean? And for me, what's been really different, we're gonna do another dump run. For me, what's really been different is the homeowner's aspect of it, right? You go from renting your whole life, something go wrong, you fucking call the rental company, be like, hey, homie. But now, something go wrong, I call the YouTube company and be like, man, how do I fix plumbing? So I've been living at fucking Home Depot like there's no tomorrow. I know all the people in there. I be going in there feeling all popular. That shit's crazy. So I stay at Home Depot and Tractor Supply. Like those are like the two main places that you can catch a motherfucker at because I'm always there. I get in my car and my car navigation automatically is like Home Depot, 12 minutes away. I'm like, man, fuck you. I don't need nothing right now. So it's just been different. But the good thing is I get a kick out of learning shit. So this don't like get me like that. And don't get me wrong, that should be stressing me out sometimes. Sometimes I'd be like pissed, like, fuck, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I love that shit because I'm constantly learning new skills. And the more skills you have, in my opinion, the more creative you can be just in life, period. It's that saying of new ideas in will, it's new ideas in creates new ideas to come out. So the more you get more education, more knowledge, more experience, is the more you can put out more creative ideas, you know? And so I personally feel, you know, it's kind of just off subject, but we just kicking it. I personally feel that humans' natural instincts are to create. I feel our natural instincts are to garden. I feel our natural instincts are to hunt. And hunting don't always have to be because you're gonna eat it, right? You might have to go hunt. You could just be hunting fucking insects to save your crops. You could be hunting coyotes, rabbits, gophers, anything to save your crops, save your livestock, right? So it's not just about hunting for food, but I think these are natural instincts that we have. And this is just my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying? This is shit I think about when I smoke and kick it. Like, I feel like we just have these natural instincts, and I feel that what we're doing, what I'm doing here, is just feeding into my natural instincts to learn how to create, to learn how to build. As Mr. Fuck says, learn how to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that's just what our instincts are. And what happened is, you know, you always hear people talking about animals, like, oh, that's not that animal's natural environment, and this and that and that. Well, as humans, you know, our everyday life is not our natural environment, right? Our environment was taken from us and replaced with things called grocery stores and shit like that. So, you know, I'm not getting off into like it's a conspiracy. It's just sometimes people can become too smart for their own good, just plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of trying to stay away from getting locked up and dependent, becoming dependent on somebody else for my survival, right? Because all of these people that you're getting, you know, I'm getting my food from and things like that, all of these people, they have quotas that they got to meet for their companies. And so if I only get my food from the grocery store, that means that my health is connected to whatever this person's quota is for the month or for the quarter of what they want to hit. So they're taking, you know, shortcuts on foods like any company does. You always try to take shortcuts to save money, right? And the more money we can save, the more we can get paid. That's always the goal of starting a company. And so all of these food companies, they're out here just making money. And I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying that I don't feel like I need to be a prisoner to that type of lifestyle of saying, you know what, I'm going to try to battle against a food chemist to try not to get addicted to this food, right? This weekend we had a birthday party, man. A motherfucker been eating all kind of sweets. That food is addicting like a motherfucker. But you got to think there's a fucking food scientist out there, right? Putting together chemicals, putting it in something for us to consume. And then now we all got weight problems and all that. Like, come on, man. There shouldn't be no such thing as personal trainers and gyms. There could be rehab specialists, but somebody just to have you work out to lose weight, like, come on, man. We don't need all that. We shouldn't need a nutritionist because the foods that we eat, there shouldn't be no kind of bullshit to fuck you up like that. So I don't know, man. I just be thinking about that stuff and coming from, you know, the fitness industry for 15 years and seeing all the bullshit that's pumped in that industry of all the lies and stuff like that. And then just getting into just being older, I guess, you know, and changing my goals. Like if you would have talked to me 3 years ago or, you know, maybe 4 years ago, I would never be sitting here talking about growing foods and taking care of livestock. Like this would have never been in my mind, to be honest with you. Like the chickens, we got them chickens, motherfucker, and I was scared of chickens. Like I didn't want to hold no fucking chickens. I didn't pick them up and shit. I was like, I'm scared to hold these motherfuckers. And so it's like, well, why you get these things if you scared of them? But it's like, man, you just got to jump in Make that shit happen. So that's what I've been doing. Yo, Keeper, what up? What up? But it's like I just have to make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I've been. I just been trying to be, not be one of the people who just bitch about shit and to be like, they doing this, they doing that, and not, ask myself, like, what am I doing to get the type of goals that I want and to live the type of lifestyle that I want. So I just been making sure that I'm being what I'm expecting of other people, right? So I be looking online and I be seeing people talking about, you know, oh, these companies, they putting this bullshit in your food and they mad about that. And then you ask those same people like, man, what's your favorite vegetable to grow? No, I ain't growing nothing right now. And it's like, so you got all these expectations for these companies to take care of you and hold your hand, but your bitch ass won't go outside and try to grow something. You got to go outside. You can do that shit in the house. You know what I'm saying? I started with growing on an aero garden on a desktop. So it's not like you got to have space. I started on a fucking desktop and in my house. And then it went from that to like, man, maybe I should put something in a tent. And then it went from a tent to like, shit, we got all that space outside. And then it just kept, escalating. So as far as I'm concerned, there's two people in this world. It's the people who say they and it's the people who say I. And I figure that it's easier for me to change the habits and ways of I versus, changing the ways and habits of them. That's me trying to get somebody else to do something. And it's hard to change other people's actions. You know what I'm saying? Genies can't even do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, like, I can't make nobody fall in love. Like, I can't deal with that person, and that's how I feel. Like, I can't change no Bisco. You know what I'm saying? I can't change they shit. I just gotta make my own breads. Like, it's just, I can't change what they doing, but I can change what I'm doing. And neglecting taking care of myself, that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm even looking at myself physically. I said earlier how I threw my back out. I got to get back to taking care of myself. Like, that's ridiculous to be 42 with a thrown back. Like, fuck that shit. So, just saying, man, that's where the focus has been. So I got this idea that I'm gonna do later. Picking up goat shit is hard because it's like little pebbles and shit, you know what I mean? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill holes in this and see if I can scoop and sieve. So I'm not throwing my dirt out every time I go to clean the goat pen, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see how that idea works. If it do, I'm gonna start selling shovels and shit. I'm gonna name that motherfucker shoveling shit. So one of the good things too is that we got all these damn trees. So it kind of saves on having to buy feed because they can eat on that. And then we got weeds everywhere. So we got hit with weeds like a motherfucker this year. So the goats can eat that and kind of save us on feed because they be wasting feed. Like all this shit right here, this is all from their feed. I'm gonna show y'all the pile when I get over there. This is all from the feed. So they won't eat any hay that hits the ground. What kind of bullshit is that? But then they over there eating off the ground. Look at her, she eating off the ground right now. But she won't eat off the ground when you pay for the shit. Ain't that some non-fiscal bullshit? All right, so yeah, this is just a pile of their food that they done dropped on the ground. So I'm gonna use it for compost, and then we obviously use the goat shit for compost and the chicken shit for compost. all this right here is just food that they done dropped on the ground. Now some of it obviously has dirt from the pen, but they just be dropping their hay and they don't eat that shit. And I'm not gonna front. This should be a lot of work taking care of this shit, and we don't even have everything up that we want going, you know. But it's worth it at the end of the day. Like I'd say, it's really worth it to me to be able to experience this. Like, you know, before my idea of owning livestock was getting a pit bull. So this is super different. Let me see if the chicken is done in the coop. I think she is. All right, let's look inside, see what's in there. Jackpot. 3 eggs. And I'm sure there's some inside the run as well. See? So that shit is dope. You know what I mean? Getting about 5 a day. 5 a day. And it's cool because my son, he like to come out here too to see how many eggs are in the coop and shit. And he come in, man, we got 4 of them. Like, he be loving that shit. So it's dope to see, like I say, the growth with him. Like, that shit's crazy. My daughter, she's fucking fearless. She don't give a shit. As soon as we got the chickens, she was picking them up and shit with no problem. She has no problem walking up to the goats. Like, she's fearless when it comes to that shit. But like I say, my son, he getting there too. I think I'm the biggest pussy of the family when it comes to all that. I still be picking chickens up wearing gloves. Like, I don't know, play. I don't know. You don't look like the KFC type to me. So I'll be like, fuck that. Yo, the Rasta, what up, big dog? How you feeling, man? I've been out here just chilling, doing some yard work and shit, and just talking. Just talking shit. I'm fucking Eagle now. Fucking talking shit with Mink. Hey man, have y'all been checking out Eagle and shit? That running motherfucker. Man, that motherfucker's looking great. He looking healthy as fuck. Like, I'm happy for him, man. He's an inspiration to me. Cause he found his thing with the running and he been sticking to that shit. So mad props to Eagle Gardens. I've been looking, he put a picture up the other day. And I was like, God damn, this motherfucker. Like, he trying to steal all the 420 honeys. But I will say, I do miss that aspect of cannabis content. It's just the community of talking to everybody, being involved with everyone. Like, I do miss that aspect of it, you know? But, and I mean, I still talk to them, but not as much as I used to when our daily activities was crossing so much, you know what I mean? So I do miss that. But definitely grateful for the people I met doing the cannabis content. Like, if it was anything that I would have to say was the best part of doing that, was the people that I've met. From them to all y'all in the comments and shit. I used to spend every morning with y'all motherfuckers, you know what I mean? So I was like considering y'all the homies. So it's, I do miss that part of it. But like I say, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna get everything right and back to where it's supposed to be. Let me see. So I'm gonna probably germinate some cannabis seeds this week so I can start getting those ready to put them outside. Because now the temperatures, they're kind of coming down a little bit. They're like at the 107s, 109 from 115. So I figure if I start some seeds, have them in the house for like, you know, 4 weeks roughly, maybe, then they should be good by the time, the weather should be good by the time I bring them outside, you know what I mean? Here, let me go inside the coop for a second, or the pen. It's probably pretty dark in here. Oop, need to refill their minerals. So, with the goats, they need baking soda and minerals to help them with their digestive system. So I got to refill the minerals. It's probably been out for like a day roughly. So I got to refill that. Let me see. Sorry, haven't. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, keeper, man. I've been having I got the whole costume for farming. You're right. Goats eat every fucking thing. Got a stray rooster over trying to hum on my hens this morning. Wow. Yo, Midwest, what up is what I meant to say. God damn it. You know what? I have not been on the bike in a minute, to be honest with you, man. Oh, dang, that's dope, Rasta. Yeah, he said he's been homesteading for about 24 years. Yeah, I haven't been on the bike in a little bit. Here we go. Yeah. I've been so busy with all this shit, and then it got so goddamn hot. So my mornings be dedicated to being out here. So the morning time is when I would go ride, during the summertime. But it's just been too goddamn hot, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, though, I can get out sometime soon. But what I am doing is I'm going to get my CCW next month. So, because right now I do open carry, but I would rather do concealed. So I'm gonna get my CCW next month. Because I haven't really even been able to put, too much time into shooting, to be honest, either. And I got to get my skills up with my firearm. It's like, what good is having a gun and something pop off, and you just shot everything except for your threat. So I'm good with a rifle, but with my handgun, I'm trash. So since I'm not carrying a rifle around, I need to get good with the handgun, Sorry, just trying to get all this, basically clean up this fucking pen. This shit is long overdue. And I'm thinking, I might even just start going live in the mornings like I'm doing now. Shit. I mean, I'm out here every day. So, like, I can still just get that shit going. Just do the lives like this. So, probably work out. Yeah, Fuzzy, I built this shit. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna put a couple more supports in between there, and then I'm gonna close it off. But you see where I fucked up? You see how the measurements are all off? You see how that shit hanging off? I'm gonna have to fix it though. Look at this right here. That shit ain't even. It should be like plush going across. It's not. Hold on. Excuse me. Kicked up all that dust with that fucking inside that pin. And then I'm gonna close this off, right? And then I'm going to cut these down and kind of frame out this little roof thing. And then I'm gonna close up the back there, or I might just run more OSB wood out and then leave that open to kind of help with ventilation. Actually, I am gonna do that now that I say it out loud. And then I gotta close this and finish the roof over here to have it hang off like the other side. So yeah, but like I say, I fucked up, man. Like, look at this shit don't. But I don't even give a shit, man. It ain't like the goat's gonna go online and write a review about a motherfucker. So they still alive, they safe, they got somewhere to sleep. So I ain't even tripping like that. I'm like, fuck it. So, because that's the main thing that I've been learning is perfection has a very small place in homesteading, you know, because you spend so much time trying to be perfect that you're not getting shit done, or that you're burning a hole in your pocket. So, cool, Fuzzy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I'm gonna do that then. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna finish that shit, Keeper. I'm gonna finish it. Right now, I'm just lucky because it ain't been raining or nothing like that. But I'm gonna get that shit finished up. Hopefully within like the next week or so. Cause also got an office that I gotta finish building in the garage for my wife to have a work office in. So we got the walls up inside of there. Got the electrical. Had a mini split up, which is a sore subject, because we had the mini split and then we put the dogs on the side of the house. We had a little fence around it, but the fence wasn't strong enough around the mini split, and the dogs got on that and ate that motherfucker up. So I got to call an AC person to come out. But yeah, got all that. So basically, what I got to finish doing is putting the mud on the walls for the drywall, and then I have to paint it, and then do the flooring, and put the crown and base molding on, and it'll be finished. So it's just so many projects are like half done. So, because then we also just got some electrical outlets put in back here the other day. Hold on, my battery is low, but it's cool. But anyway, we got some electrical outlets out here. We got that one, and then there's another one over here next to the chicken coop. My daughter playing on her swing set. All right, so we got another electrical outlet here, and then there's one back there. So my daughter's birthday was Sunday, so yesterday. Yeah, so she got that play set for it. So I got up yesterday morning and put that shit together before she woke up. That shit took longer than I thought. Screwing all the goddamn screws and shit. I was like, this is some bullshit. So, hi, Gemma. Yeah, you can play. All right. So, she's been loving that. Damn goat. Jezebel, come here. They start eating on the grape one. That I'm not doing. Huh? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm coming to get her. Come here. Jesse, come on. Come on. Flower, stop. Oh, shit. Y'all see that? See? Now I know I need to fix this. I didn't even know this was on here. Yeah. Glad that didn't go sideways. God damn. So I gotta go and fix that later. That's the thing, you know, it's stuff on the property that was here before we got it. So it's like I be discovering shit all the time.